go. Perfect.
Hello, everyone. This is the MicroProfile marketing call. Today is September 16th, and we are back from 2 weeks summer vacation. Oh, Ryan. Yes, Ryan and Sharon, thank you so much. The stewards for this month continue to be everyone. We have, in general, not only the being back to 2 weeks from vacation, and that doesn't mean that work wasn't done. It's just that there were no calls, right? Over the weekend or last week, we received an email in general under the agenda from the EMO, the Eclipse Foundation management team, and it's reminding us that the working group needs to start thinking about the program plan and budget for 2025. So I believe that, John, we might talk and browse on it tomorrow in the community call. What's your call on that one?
Let's see. I'm sorry, you caught me creating a Git issue. You told me if you were going to delete it. So I'm creating a Git issue right now on OCX. I apologize. I was trying to do that. I didn't hear your question.
So I was just telling, we have a reminder from the Eclipse Foundation telling us that we should have something at the end of October, a draft for the program plan and budget for program plan for 2025. So my recommendation.
That's a year again. Okay.
Yes, my recommendation is we need to add it under general for tomorrow and just say, hey, you guys, in the first week of October, we can start thinking about what we want to do for 2025. If we say it tomorrow, then in 2 weeks, we will send, what do you think about it?
That works.
Okay, because I won't be working on the community call minute, but I will join tomorrow. Okay, I have missed everyone's faces. Thank you, John.
Yep.
So, Ryan, thank you for sharing. Can you go down so I can see what it's next? Okay. And the release, can you open ticket 961, please? This ticket is open, but the release has been completed.
It's open still?
Yes.
No, this is the presentation that's still open. Yeah.
And why is it open? What is the blockage?
Oh, well, we wrote in here is that I don't know if this logo, I didn't have access to it says John said, sorry, I have a cookie stuck in my throat. No, I stole one of my kids' cookies.
Just clear the cache.
Okay, well, I'll take a look. And maybe I'll be able to see it after I clear cache. And if so, tomorrow I will just update these logos and then I'll close the ticket. If not,
I was talking about the cookie in your throat.
Oh.
Sorry, it was a bad joke.
It was terrible.
Oddly enough, it might work for both.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I was trying to see. Oh, Ryan is eating a cookie. Where's the cookie?
Before the call, I stole one of my kids' cookies. But since he's not here, I was like, "Oh, that looks good. I'll take that."
Well, John and Ryan, we need this laugh. This is wonderful. Okay, so Ryan, and remember when a ticket is closed, put it on the completed item because we're not doing that, and we should be doing that. There is so much.
I don't know. No, it's not. Well, I don't know if it's closed.
It's not.
Well, yeah. So I'll just show you since you're on the call. Normally you would go here. Well, obviously this is not correct either, right?
Yeah, we need to delete the page. The page shouldn't exist. So if we haven't done the final review, it needs to be deleted.
Let me close the door before the family comes in.
Mm-hmm.
They're here. I guess the family's home. Sorry. Yes.
So this page needs to be deleted because metric is no longer added into the release, especially MP7. And then I know the logo, right? It was one of my comments on this. Ryan, and I think you tackled every other comment and adjustment, correct?
Yeah, that was done before the release, all the other comments, other than the logo that I know
Mhm.
of. Do we want to
Okay.
delete this page now, or is this here for a reason, John?
No, it needs to be deleted.
No, well, that is there for a reason.
Yeah, it's
Meaning
it's
it is
calling
being
out that it's
removed.
not there anymore, right?
Yeah, is this the best
It-
way of conveying that information? That's a valid comment, but that's the
I
intent.
don't think it is. Okay, listen to
Okay.
that perspective, and then Emily, I do want to hear yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think for this release, I agree with John. I think we should leave here because that one crossed out. Also, it says is not a standalone spec. Then I think from next release we can get rid of it. So it's a kind of otherwise people say, oh, where is you made a mistake. You forgot to add MP matrix 5.1. So with this, I think it's clear.
Okay, and do you believe that whenever we do the 7.1 or 8, we are going to remember to delete this page? Do you see it was
because there'll be a review and then this will
Yeah,
make no.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
okay?
We should
Okay,
delete.
so if it's like it's now, it's better. Like it was before, I thought it would be deleted. This is an improvement. That sounds great. So Ryan, let's go back to the minutes. Tell us tomorrow via the ticket if you don't have access to the to
Gonna just
the
show you
logo.
the
Yeah.
theme. And I can't click on this to replace in the master theme, the logo. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Am
you
I
Are you
just-
gotta
looking
edit
with your
privileges. That is
do you
weird.
are you logging with your Tommy Tribe account?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hold on.
In the
I'm
master,
looking at it right now.
yeah, in the master, if you go to the master one,
This is the master one.
oh,
I can
okay.
change everything in this document. Ryan, we're consuming time on this. Ryan and
Anyway,
John,
I don't want to consume time. I just want to show
work on the side
where
on
my
this one.
issue is.
Yeah, you showed
Right.
us. John, you're aware of it. I have access.
Mm.
Emily has access. We need to figure out what is happening. You created the document. Use the
Well,
ticket. Let's figure it out.
I mean, it's really simple fix if we don't want me to do it, is that in that ticket, there is the proper logo, and all we need to do is someone out of all the three that can have the ability to do it, just replace it.
I am
Okay.
horrible
I'll
with
see if I can
formatting.
do
I
that.
cannot do it.
So, or
Yeah.
I'll keep trying and try to figure out, and I'll bug you guys until I got it.
Mhm. Well,
So-
okay. Thank you, John and Ryan, for working on that one. Okay, so let's open Emerson. Over last week, he worked on a few things, improvements. Emerson contacted me privately to ask a few things via the information shared with him. He was able to improve. Can you open, Ryan, the changes section? Emerson is the committee representative of the MicroProfile working group for 2024. And in this document that Edwin created when he was a committee representative in 2021 and 22, the documentation doesn't contain about elections. So Emerson didn't know that he needed to nominate himself to continue to be a committee representative for 2025. So we chatted over email. I explained how it happened, and now he knows. So how he thanks for the knowledge is going into the documentation and added what he learned, right? Because privacy and open source has to be very tactical, correct? So he added some links for the working group about members, like Red Hat, IBM, Tommy Tribe, and how we renew or auto-renew automatically. So when a company desires to leave the working group, any working group under the foundation, they just contact the EMO via private, and it is their prerogative to send a working group message to the community saying, we are no longer a member. But the community, usually it is the responsibility of the Eclipse Foundation to provide that information. So Emerson went in there into the wiki and he added the changes without a PR. So my feedback in the tickets is that in the future, any changes to an existing PR are to be done via a PR so that review can be completed. There are no reversals, so this is an okay feedback. You can review it. If you need, if we need to add anything else, let's talk to Emerson via the ticket and move on, because it is his responsibility to improve the documentation. That's it. That is we can close it. We can close the tickets if everyone is clear on this. Questions on this? Why it exists?
So I have a kind of some ideas for the basically committer kind of responsibilities. So just like is for the basically let me post on the kind of the link here, Zoom. Yeah, it's a kind of the we have many open ticket for the basically certification kind of the request, especially a lot from basically the PIARA. So I'm wondering, basically right now it seems like nobody reviewed the kind of the certification ticket. It's pretty much for into the 2-week kind of it's a window, and then kind of I think for other companies you don't open a lot GCRs, but PIARA has seems that every release they open kind of issues, and then just the list keep on growing. Now it's 48 kind of open things. I'm wondering whether the committer rep handle this basically either basically going through to check the CCR if they can accept them or reject them, provide feedback. I don't know whether it's it's better to take a proactive approach rather than basically is silently fall into the kind of the that window, 2-week window.
John, what do you think?
John, is John on mute?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to find the unmute button again. I am. You got me again. I am trying to debug this
maybe
dang
get the
logo.
fog. Maybe get the fog off your glasses.
Yeah,
Then you'll see the mute button.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you need more time, John, if you're doing other tickets, I can go. Is that okay?
Yeah, sorry. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with the slide deck, because it is. Oh, I hope I didn't screw it up though.
Oh, this is why I don't like it.
Okay, now it looks okay. I'm trying to edit the theme, sorry, because it's driving me crazy. What was the question again?
Let me answer the question. Hold on. Emily,
community role. I saw that one.
Yeah. So Emily, let me go first, because John, it will help you. Emily, that is a fantastic insight into an improvement and added responsibility that we can ask, and we are to ask Emerson tomorrow and via writing first in person, right? Either we do it in the community call, or you connect with him in private and say, hey, Emerson, I need 10 minutes of your time. And I think it will be better to explain to him, he's not in this call, otherwise it will be fantastic. But Emerson is very receptive to emails, and that is how, I've reviewed his blog for that Nexus. It took us a few months because it takes time to review things like this, but he's really good at writing. But if you need 10 minutes and instead of writing, easier. Or tomorrow. John, this is the response. I think a committee representative must be technical and should know and be aware of each API. I'm not talking about the implementations, but that would be nice, but actually the specifications under the MicroProfile working group project. If the committer is not aware of each specification, then we have a gap, and the committer is not representing the community of committers as it should. Now,
Well, you gotta be
the
careful
sec-
how you word that though,
we,
right?
yeah, exactly. So the committer is not an employee. So when we add implementation, then there is a step farther. We're going beyond what we are developing to try to understand. It is the prerogative of the committer to be aware of the implementation. I think it's out of the scope, to expect only the committer to do the review. If we say we are going to assign the responsibility only to the committer, I am a -1 on behalf of Summit Tribe, right? This is a discussion that must include Emerson, because there's a lot of work that will be required, and he has his full-time job, and the committee representative role is voluntary. So if we talk about one of the pillars of Summit Tribe is barrier to enter to be lower, but we increase it so greatly for the committee representative role, then we have defeated and killed one of the 7 pillars of the working group. That's my response. John, go ahead.
No, I mean, so yeah, they have to understand the technical aspects of the specification. Yeah, I agree they have to be technical in order to review the specifications.
Oh, John, I think let me give you more context of what we are talking about. So it's not reviewing the specification. So the thing is, do you know the compatible certification request?
Yeah.
So it seems Payara filed CCRs for, I think, probably most of their releases. So they kind of right now there's 48 open the issues on the Eclipse MicroProfile. So basically the a lot of issues is about kind of the 117 of the open issues, 48 is about CCRs. However, for the CCRs, it's pretty much like you file the CCR, and then normally it's sometimes I do a review, but I have not seen anybody else review the CCRs, and then they will fall into the 2-week window. It's a kind of the almost like a soft certification. Is if nobody object, automatically accepted. So that one. So I know in Jakarta, I think Eva normally goes through them and then accept or put in comments on the CCRs. So that was handled kind of quite rapidly. But in MicroProfile is basically we don't have a proactive approach. Since now we have a committer rep, and also it's kind of, it seems it's quite it's a vendor neutral, it's a committer rep. So it's quite good for the committee rep also look after these open issues and either accept them or reject them. If accept, and then it's this kind of product that can be added to the compatible implementation page that can be handled.
It is a really good improvement, but we need to be careful with the comparison between Jakarta and Ivar. Ivar is hired by the Eclipse Foundation.
Let's not go. Yeah, let's not go to
paid.
the details.
Yeah,
so
yeah, paid by the.
Yeah, I just I don't know is even in his job response. All I want to say is kind of is a nice vendor neutral kind of the somebody.
Well, I mean, what we could do is kind of what we do for running the marketing meeting. We could make it an annual rotating role of somebody to kind of steward the CCR reviews, right? Saying, hey, we have a new CCR review. Take a look at it. Review
with volunteers.
I mean, I could try and take a crack at it. I haven't done it yet. But I could take a look at reviewing CCRs.
I recommend, I really like, Emily, how you bring this up. And are you joining tomorrow community call?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you summarize, this topic added to the agendas in general
Mhm.
and say, don't add, my recommendation to you is to say, don't add Jakarta and Ibar as a feed
No, no.
asset. Please
Yeah.
don't do it. But
Mhm.
do say, in the MicroProfile marketing call, we have a steward every month. Sometimes we all work on it. Can we add some level of tracing and a schedule to review these things that sometimes fell over the cracks in our reviews? Use your words, but use something that works for us, right? Use it within the working group. And that would be great because we definitely need work on that. And we don't think about it, but you did. So it's a great feedback. Is that cool with you?
So what do you suggest? Is it like
I
just
suggest that you add this tomorrow to the general.
yeah,
For example, add it here in the general, right?
yeah,
And say the PTRs, and when we have a new product or a new review of compatibility implementers, there is not a careful review. It takes 2 weeks, and if in 2 weeks no one says anything, it just goes through. We need to be careful on this, and for that, reviewers need to happen. Do we want to do something like we do in the marketing side? Volunteers, they will own a quarter. I will not say a month. That will never work, but it can be maybe 2 microprofilers a quarter. They do those reviews. Do you see?
yeah. I think yeah, I will bring up and come up with a few suggestions, and then we
Yeah.
can discuss from there. I think it's the thing is need to make sure this kind of yeah is can be repeatable, not directly lump on somebody, and then it's kind of this will single point of failure again. So
Correct. And if we add only the microprofile, the committer is too much of a task for just one person because
yeah.
there is no shareable, and we will not get future renewals like Emerson wishes to help with based on his capabilities, right? We need to be so careful, right?
Yeah, I think also I will run past Emerson to see what he thinks as well. So I will.
Yes,
him to
and
see.
definitely, Emily, that's such a good conversation. Definitely add it under general here and be like, on it, because it's, I think, the most valuable conversation we might have today,
Yeah.
literally. Okay, next topic, the blog 971. It's already done, Ryan, and there are plenty of photos within the ticket. I added a comment in the ticket.
Sorry, I already replied to that. There aren't
Okay.
any photos in this blog other than it is in the blog that it links to. There's
Correct.
the only photos in there are people's tweets, which I don't have rights to use.
Yeah.
And also one other picture that I have no idea where the rights are to.
Yeah. Can you
So
go
I'm not
low? Can you?
touching it.
Yeah. Can you lower? I replied to this comment. Didn't we create cards for MicroProfile early this year for sessions?
I mean,
And
yeah,
if we did,
everything. Yeah.
correct. And if we did, let's use one of those. But instead of having a speaker, make it a blog. Move on.
I don't
Because
understand.
those cards have the Nexus logo. They have the MicroProfile logo. We just need to
You
add the
just want to
letter.
you just want to put a feature image.
Correct. And we add Emerson as a highlight, but it needs to have, make it simple. We already have the content and move on. This is why we already have the.
Okay, well, that's
work.
not, you said there's tons of images in there, but yeah,
Only
this,
one.
like, we can't touch them. Sure.
We
I'll make a
cannot.
feature image, just like, well, I was gonna make a feature image like we always do when we do a blog post and then post it ourselves. I'll make it as a feature, but I can make it so it sits on the top of the blog post, but it won't be any other images in the blog post unless we want to reach out to those tweets
No.
that are in here. I'll show you. I'll just switch this here. If we want to reach out to Emily, I can steal some of yours and put them in the blog post.
Oh,
Do you have permission? Emerson,
Please, can I use some of your photos?
yeah, fine.
so
Perfect.
use,
Um,
you see, you can use that one at the beginning for the blog and the regular one that we use for the speakers
I mean,
as a
that's
speaker.
good. Well,
Right.
let's put a couple. We can even do what I'll do is I'll throw in because we have the ability. I'll put in
Correct.
like a little slideshow. Who's the other person?
Wow, you're so cool.
Emerson.
I'll just do a little slideshow in there, with all their pictures.
Sounds wonderful.
And then I'll put a thank you link to their tweets.
Okay, there you
Yeah,
go.
images.
sounds good.
That
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. I'll do that in the morning. Sorry, that's a great that's an easy solution. And we can actually repeat that in the future because this is a really good touch, honestly, to embed tweets.
Correct. It's really, really nice. I have to say, Emerson is not here, but I had a lot of fun reviewing this with Emerson, and he's just so fun to work with. Okay, let's go.
Very
Thank you,
cool.
Ryan, for sharing.
Of course.
It's really cool. I had the
Okay,
most
close all
fun.
these. Billion
Okay,
tabs
and this
now.
is all
There we go.
Emerson because he decided to choose to share and take the time to go into tweets. It took him months because he cares, and it's so beautiful.
That's awesome.
Tarun, do we have something on the training?
We brought this the last couple of meetings, right?
Yeah, so Turin is back. He like I emailed him, he replied, he said he will join this week's call. If it didn't make it to today, so hopefully he will make it to tomorrow's call.
Maybe he's thought those last 2 weeks we had off, he was gonna probably join and maybe didn't plan for today.
Yeah, it's kind of the I told him we had 2 weeks off, and then I said
Okay.
this week, first week, we're back to normal. He said he will join this week, so maybe he will turn up in tomorrow's call. I will email him, remind him to join tomorrow.
Okay. I'll make a note.
Thank you, Emily.
No problem.
Okay, so Emerson is not here, but this is the budget. I think we did get a response on this a while back. We have a little bit over 5K. Does someone remember this?
There you go.
It has not been updated in the tickets, but the Eclipse Foundation wrote, I have no idea. Do we know on this?
I can't believe it's the next year already.
Yes.
You know?
Let's pull Ryan, let's pull Emerson back here. He's telling us that here is the response, 5.5. So we can close this ticket. Let's copy paste this information because this is what we need for the following topic that is an event, EclipseCon.
Well, why would
So
we
we have
this is the budgets. Oh, because this is the Dev Nexus budgets. Yeah, we can close those.
correct. But here, this part, it tells us 5.5, approximately 5.5K. So let's copy the entire thing. Emerson, I think, got the information privately, and he copy pasted the response he got. Right? So we need to copy paste and add the link on where we got the information.
What's the new ticket? I'm sorry.
Oh, there is no ticket yet. So this is why we need to close the ticket.
What should be the new ticket be called?
John created it a moment ago.
Oh,
It's
okay.
about John created it a moment ago. It's about EclipseCon.
And you want this copied into there.
Correct. And then we can close this ticket.
John, do you have that ticket?
Yeah, give me a second here.
Well, if you create it, I'll find it.
Yeah.
Oh, there. OCX, the last one. Contact Clark about MicroProfile OCX participation.
Yeah.
So let's add in there what we have on the budget. Copy the budget. Copy the wording.
I'll put the link to it, and then I'm going to copy what he wrote.
Correct.
Where'd it go?
Because that the response needs to do with budget as well.
There you go. But I don't think we need all this. Comment in there. Okay, perfect.
You're wonderful, Ryan. Thank you
Happy to help.
for doing all the heavy lifting today.
Ah,
Okay.
I work out.
So, so John, this is an event. I have no idea who opened it. It doesn't have an owner, but I guess I pulled you in because you were in the comments. So what is this? We already know what this is. Open Community Exchange. And yeah, you don't have to, yeah. And a reminder for everyone that is listening home or whatever you are. The working group has paid $2,500 in 2024 for events. What we want to know is if the $2,500 will be used for this event. I do not recall if the working group gets to choose the event they want the money to be spent on, and we do not understand how the $2,500 is going to be used. So the ticket that John nicely created this morning will give us an insight on the newest fee the Eclipse Foundation has charged all the working groups. Every working group pays a different fee. There is no percentage of the working group fees that is charged. There is no idea how this fee happens. It's just your charge. So John, is it you asking the Eclipse Foundation, or is it Emerson asking the Eclipse Foundation?
I thought it was you.
I will never do it.
Says. Well, the ticket says Emily volunteered.
Emily or
sorry, not Emily. Amelia volunteered.
No, I will never. No.
Right.
No. It will not happen. Usually Emerson does all the communication with the Eclipse Foundation because he's the committee representative on behalf of the community, and he doesn't mind. He's good at talking in private.
Yeah, we could see if we could have Emerson do that one.
Can you please change me and not add me to that ticket? I'm not comfortable in such a ticket. The OTA ticket. And we need to add the OTA ticket here as well. The newest ticket needs to be created. And all this all this information that is in the minutes needs to be created. Oh, it's not that. That is the other ticket, the first ticket. Oh, the ticket that John created about OCX.
It's not. That's just this.
Yeah, John created it this morning. So you go into issues, and it will be that one.
Issue 973. Yeah.
Oh, the one I added that noted.
Yes. So we add that one to the minutes, and we copy paste all the documentation written in the minutes, and we make the minutes shorter. That's it.
Or maybe, John, we should maybe briefly bring up tomorrow's call as well. And then just so that Paul and Clark knows there's a...
Well, Paul knows. I mean, Paul's going to say just contact Clark. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already told us that 2 months ago.
Yeah. So I don't think that's really... I don't know. I don't think we need to cover this on the community call.
No, we do not. We asked them 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I think normally we just tag Clark on this issue, ask him to provide.
They do prefer to be contacted privately. This is why Emerson is good at navigating this. It's the Eclipse Foundation prerogative to be contacted privately. They get too many tickets and it's to miss.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say, bringing up in tomorrow's call, just saying Emerson will work with Clark to find out the MicroProfile OCX participation. No, for just a heads up. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Because
And
it because it was discussed a while ago, and just give people a refresher.
yeah, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Ryan, is it possible for you to copy paste the comments and under the ticket? Copy into the ticket, not right now, you can do it later. Copy paste
Oh.
into the ticket and delete it from the minute. We just keep it clean.
Which
Clean.
comments?
The comments that are below Eclipse OTX, all of it
All
needs
this.
to go into the ticket. Mhm.
Let's do it.
Needs to go into the ticket.
I
This
put
is
the-
why I pulled in John this morning. I said, the ticket.
Well, I just linked to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's already,
Perfect.
well,
Yeah, perfect. That's it. And we can have a shorter
wrong. I don't know why. That link's wrong, but.
Yeah. There you go.
It's fixing my issue. There we go.
And-
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you can delete everything else below. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go, everyone. And now the fun thing starts with website. Emily, do you want to take this over since you and Ryan are working on this for the updates?
I mean, I can take it over.
For the website. You guys, thank you so much, everyone, and have fun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And it was so good to see you. It's
Thanks.
fun to be back. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Will you give me 1 minute just to go run and see why my kid's screaming?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John, for tomorrow's call, kind of when we go through the marketing, basically, for the agenda and etc. When we go through the marketing things, I think we could bring up like a few things. One is not bring up, just quickly discuss is probably 3 things. One is about CCRs. The other one is just with we'll follow up with Clark regarding the OCX sponsorship. And then the third thing is probably the spec pages, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's so that people know what we are on. We for the steering committee call, maybe we should plan the steering committee call as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
End of the quarter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks.
That would be quite nice. Basically, think about project program plans, and then also steering committee call.
Well, that would make it. Let's see. October 1st,
Okay.
which is okay. I don't think it
Yeah.
has to be September. I think
Yeah.
October 1st is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Spec pages. Emily, I went over them. I think I replied to all of the ones you said. I think some of the biggest things we are missing that were in say the template, we're adding like blog posts that connect to them. I didn't figure out the formatting for those because they weren't in the original. And if it was just on our blog, it'd be easy because it's just gonna be a tag that I just, put a widget in and then it just brings it from those tags. But since most of them are external, I have to figure out a different way how to do it manually.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's on my radar, but I figured getting the more important stuff out faster is better.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of
Sounds
the,
good.
I think the only question I had or comment that I didn't understand exactly was, I think, fault tolerance.
Version. Yeah, it's basically
yeah.
yeah. So this is a cross the board. So I added the comment basically is for all the, if you click on the fault tolerance, any spec page, while you are here, just click, yeah, any spec page. Click on the page,
What do you mean the page?
the spec page you created.
Oh, you mean like the overall page or the actual page? I have to go
The
in
actual
the
page.
okay. No, I have these here. Hold on. One
Yeah,
second.
yeah, if you click on that. So as you can see here, the content is pretty much about a particular version. So what I'm saying is on the top of the, you said MicroProfile GWT. Actually, we should say MicroProfile GWT 2.1. The reason is this, when we have a release MicroProfile GWT, for example, 2.2, and we have to create a new page. So this is
And we need to change the URLs to being, we need to format it differently because we should do, if we're gonna do this, we need JWT. And then we probably as JWT slash 2.1.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm on about. You know, the Jakarta is
But what happens when someone goes just to JWT?
if it's the just GWT, I think is kind of in that page, it should just list a link to GWT 2.1. If there's a GWT 2.2, basically the list all the like the
every
release.
spec now you also want the same thing as like the spec overall page. Where
Yes,
it's all the specs, but now we also want an overall page for every spec
yes,
version.
yeah.
Okay, that adds more time and structure into it. Okay, it wasn't in what we discussed before.
So,
I mean, yeah, I understand why.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
So
I get it. You don't need to
yeah.
convince me on it or anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's more like time and
Yeah.
just making sure we do it correctly so we don't have to backtrack on it.
Yeah. So
Especially
Jakarta,
that if someone does JWT now and we only have one page,
yeah. So
it's just gonna be like, I have to figure out how it scales later where it doesn't look like doo-doo, you know?
it's basically hopefully very soon there's more kind of versions. Like if you look at Jakarta.
I hope not that soon because I'm gonna have to make them all.
Hopefully just change the content of it. Somehow I couldn't put the chat like in the Zoom. But anyway, I will probably share give you a link.
Okay,
To
so I need to create though new tickets
yeah,
for a spec, all spec overview, individual overview page.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, right when I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, you bring me back in, Emily.
But the run is much shorter. This
is
is
wrong.
the real, you don't need anybody else input. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm just saying that there's some updates there. There we go. It's fixed. Okay. I'll make those pages. Let's get these first versions. I'll update all the versions on the titles.
Yeah.
And then we need to I'll reformat the URLs.
Yeah.
I'll update the tickets with the new URLs because you won't be able to view them, you know, if I change it and then they won't be with the password. Okay, I'll get those done. I'll at least get the formatting done tomorrow. And I think all the other comments are kind of there. We can expand on, like I said, the blog section and the meeting links. Meeting
Yeah.
links should be pretty easy. We just need to find out where we want to put it in the content. That's easy for people to find. And then I'll just apply it to all the pages. Okay. Yeah, it's almost there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Jakarta doesn't have a page, correct? And I'm just gonna
Jakarta has a page.
but on their own website.
Yeah, they are on their own website. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
if you
So all I'm going to do is from the specifications all page, when it says Jakarta, it's just going to link link to their website.
yes.
Okay, just making sure. Cool. Yeah, great. No problem from my side.
Yeah, so this is good.
Oops, sorry, I just stopped sharing. Was that the last topic, or do you want me to reshare?
I think I don't have anything else to say.
No,
So
the only thing I was going to bring up was I was investigating that presentation. I think what happened, I went through the version history, is Lukman must have downloaded a slide deck, an old slide deck to PowerPoint. Then what you see is a PowerPoint version of the slide re-uploaded to Google Docs. And I bet you it got rid of it, it just made the base template include the image, because if you notice, you also can't change the footer.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is, just so the URL doesn't change, I think I can go in and just change the theme, right, and then edit that changed theme.
You can try that. Make a copy. Try that. I'll look into it tomorrow because there might be an easier solution that we have it. And what I would do is I would just copy paste over the content to a new doc and make sure the link's the same.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Then you could delete all the slides and paste in all the
Then
new
I can
slides.
delete all the other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually started to do that. I actually started to play around in a copy of the slide deck.
Well, let me know because I'm gonna
Okay.
just eat dinner and go to bed. Leave a note in that ticket. I'll take a peek tomorrow.
Okay.
And then you just tell me kind of, Brian, if
Okay.
it didn't work, please try yours, or it worked, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Great. Thanks, guys.
yeah, thank you.
All right. Good to see you. Even though I'm the only one on camera the whole time, I feel very good.
Here you go. Oh no, my Zoom is kind of crashed. I can't show my picture. Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Ah,
There I am.
Yeah,
turn it off,
there.
John. Turn it off.
Turn it off. Oh, dude, that's a good one. Turn it off.
That's
Holy
good.
cow! I got the remove my blemishes filter on Max. I think I have no idea.
You're looking smooth.
Thank you. All
Okay.
right. I'll until we meet again. All right.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Okay,
everybody.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.